Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can move this cart data to a new table. Let's say we want to create a table, and that will be order table, and where there we'll actually add an status column also. The user can see that the order is pending or moved, or so these will be changed by the admin. So we'll create an table. We'll create a table, order table, okay, and we will move this card data in the order table with the user information. Okay, so here I'm going to add one more div and form for the let's say address, then username, and then maybe phone number. Okay, so let's go add it. And we know we have in the database, let me go to the database here, localhost /php myadmin. Here you can see Lara e-commerce dv, and we have here users. If I go to the users table, and we have here ID, name, and email, right? But we don't have any address and phone number here. So we'll get the phone number and address from the field here, and we know the name, right? So name is not necessary. We'll actually only need the address and phone number, right? Okay, so let's go add the form, and we'll go to the code editor here, and in the resources, then views, we have view card products, right? Yeah, here we are going to add one more div. Here you can see this is the div, and here I'm going to add a form also. So I'm going to add the form, let's say form, and here we are going to add here a method. Method will be post. Basically, I have changed the theme, and that's why actually it's working like this. I will fix it later, but actually I want to move this folder. From today we will actually start our project doing in Sublime. Instead of Sublime Text, we are going to use Visual Studio Code. Okay, so let me go to the Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to add the project in the Visual Studio Code. That's it, nothing else. Okay, so project will be same, just I will change the editor because it's a little bit problematic for me. I will fix it later. So here I'm going to actually remove this. So we have added the project here you can see, and now I will go to the resources, right? Then views, then guys, I will go for the product card, right? Yeah, view product card. Here you can see. So you can actually increase the settings also. So font settings, right? Yeah, let's go for the font. So here you can see font. I can actually increase it to 18, let's say. Press enter, go back here. Okay, now here you can see we have here a form, right? Okay, let's go add a form at first. So here we have to give here action, but before that I will give here method, let's say post, and inside form I'm going to say input fields. I'm going to add input fields, and here we are going to give the we will take the address from here. Okay, so address, and let's say receiver address, recei, okay, ver, receiver address, and let's add placeholder here. I will say enter your address, and it should be required, let's say, because if I go to the user table, here you can see there is no address, right? So forcefully we need to get the address, otherwise where we'll actually send the product, right? So we need the address, and that is the reason actually I have used here required. And we need the phone number also, because phone number is necessary. So here I'm going to say phone number, receiver phone number, let's say, and enter your phone number. Okay, so right now let's check how it's look like. So let's go refresh here. So we have here address and phone number. So actually I want to show this in the bottom of the page. Okay, I mean in the bottom of the table, or maybe behind, I mean in the next to the table. Okay, next to the table or in the bottom of the table. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually cut it from here. Okay, this form, and we'll go at the bottom of the table. Here we'll paste it. Okay, and if I refresh, now here you can see address and phone number. So now we'll actually say here a button. I mean, I need a button here to confirm the address. So I'm going to say, I mean, to confirm the, can I say, the order, right? So here type would be submit, and the button name will be also submit. So yeah, name is also submit, and then value is, let's say, confirm order. Okay, let's go and refresh. So here we have a button, confirm order. We can actually say here plus btn. Okay, btn primary, let's say primary. Let's refresh it. You can see confirm order, and we can actually use here break. So I'm going to add here break. I'm going to say br, and let me copy this br from here. So copy, paste, and let's paste it. So let's refresh. You can see address, phone number. So here I want to, let's say okay, I can use here some style. Let's say for the form, I will use here style. I will say style would be, let's say, margin top. I'm going to use margin top here. Let's say 20 pixel, let's say. So let's refresh. You're done. So enter your address here, phone number, then confirm order. Okay, so now it will actually go for where we'll give it out now. So let's give it out. We'll say route. Here I'm going to say confirm underscore order slash okay, no, confirm order. Okay, and here it will actually go for the confirm order. So let's go create a route. So routes, then web.php, and here we are going to create confirm orders. Okay, so route get, we'll actually go for the get route. Not really, this will be a post route, right? Yeah, so here I'm going to paste the name confirm order, and let's copy the any route. Let's say this one. We are going to add it here, and let's change the name to confirm, I mean dashboard to confirm order. Okay, and let's change the function name also. Here is the function name. So, and let's change it also confirm order. So now let's go from order. So now let's go to the user controller. So here app, then HTTP, and controllers, then user controllers, and here we are going to actually create a function with the same name. So I'm going to paste the name at first. We can actually say here only public function, then confirm order, and this is a post route. So we have to change it to post route. Okay, because this is a post route. We'll say here post, and then here we are going to actually say that request, because we have some field now. We'll actually get all the field through request. Okay, $request. That's it. Now here I'm going to say, so this is confirm order. Okay, now we'll actually add in the new table, but we haven't actually created the table. So let's go for the table, and in the terminal I will go, and here I will say that I want to create a model, and the model name will be order, because I want to create orders table. Okay, so here I'm going to say php rt sun make model, and the model name is order with the migration file. So -m, press enter, and here you can see model and migration file is created successfully. Let's go to the migration file at first. So this is the model. Here you can see we have order model, right? So this is the order model, and I'm going to go with the database and then migrations, and here we have the file, and here you can see we have to actually go for the orders. Here you can see this is the orders file. So here I'm going to create some column, okay, for the table. So this is the orders table we have, and we have ID. Then we'll actually go for the name. So yeah, that we will actually get no, I mean we can we'll know name from the name column, right? Okay, so let's go. And what we need is in our order table we are going to add what we are going to add, let's say address, then phone number, and we don't need the name, right? Yeah, we'll go we want address, then phone number, and then let's say user ID, currently logged in user ID. Why? Because through the user ID we can actually track the product from the product table, right? So I mean product details. So here we need the product title, maybe we need the price, and yeah, so how many column we need? So first of all address, right, 1, and then phone number 2, then third one is let's say user ID 3, and then product ID 4. So we need only 4 column. Why? Because if I go to the product cards, here you can see these are user ID and product ID, and if I go to the structure you can see these are actually foreign key, right? So through this foreign key we can actually find out user details and product details, right? Okay, so let's go and add 4 columns. So I'll go there. Here in the table I'm going to add dollar table, I will say string, okay, and here we are going to add column, and that is let's say address, ADDRESS address, okay, and we'll say receiver address, let's say RECEIVER receiver. It should not be nullable because we need to get the address, right? Because in the user table we don't have any address, so we need the address, and then we need a table, then string, we'll say receiver phone number, okay. So I'm going to copy it and paste it here, and I will change it to phone, phone, okay, done. And what I need is add let's say table, now I'll say a foreign key. I want to add here a foreign key, the user ID from the user table. Here I will actually add the user ID as foreign key, okay, so so that we can actually get the user ID from the user table, okay. So here I'm going to say unsigned big integer, and here I'm going to say let's say user underscore ID. So the user ID will be the foreign key, and user ID will get from the ID column, okay, from the user table, okay, and that's it. And then we need a product ID also. So we have the product table, so product ID can be nullable, so I will say product ID can be foreign, right? Yeah, so I will say unsigned big integer, and here I'm going to say product ID, okay. So we'll go there. If I go here you can see this is user this user ID is foreign key, and if I go to the user table here you can see we have ID, so this ID will be act as a foreign key here, and we have product ID also same, so it will be act as a foreign key, okay. So now what I have to do, we have to actually mention that this is foreign key, this is foreign key, and this is foreign key from which column and from which table, okay, we have to mention it. So we have to say here dollar table, table, and then we have to say foreign, okay, and here we have to mention the column name at first, and the column name will be user ID. So user ID will be foreign key, okay. On, we'll say on, not really, we have to actually set first reference, REFERENCES, references of which ID, I mean which column, ID. If I go to the browser here you can see we have ID here, right? So this is the reference of this foreign key. So we have to say that this is the foreign key, and this is the reference of this user ID, okay, and from which table. So we have to say on basis of users table, okay, users from the users table, and then we'll actually say on delete. Why? Because let's say I have deleted the data from the user table here, so the data should be deleted from here also, because this is a foreign key from this column, right? If we don't have any user, then why we should keep user data here? Okay, so this will be on delete, and then here we'll say cascade. Okay, CASCAD. Okay, that's it. Now let's do this for the product also. So I'm going to copy it, and this one would be the product ID. So I'm going to copy it and paste it here. And if we go to the product table also, let me go to the product table. Here you can see we have the same column name ID, so we don't need to change here, but we have to change the table name, and that is products. So let's change it to products. And now it will be actually on update. Why? Because we can actually update the product also, right? So we'll say here on update. So we can actually update the product, right? So on update cascade. That's it. So everything is done here. We need this for information in our orders table. Okay, done. Now let's go for the migration. So I'll go to the terminal and I will say php artisan migrate, php artisan migrate grd. Okay, press enter and running migration. Here you can see successfully done. Now if I go to the browser, we'll find a table called orders. Here you can see there is no such a table, but we'll find here orders, because now we have migrated, right? So we have ID, receiver address, receiver phone number, user ID, product ID, created, add, and updated. Now let's go there. So we have to actually remove it. Okay, no need the migration file. Okay, now we are in the user controller. So we are in the user controller with the form data, right? Now here I'm going to actually add. At first I have to import the model to work with it. So I have to say here use app / models. And here you can see this is the order model, so we have to add it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually go with I'm going to create here an object of the order table. Okay, so I will say $order, okay, is equal to, let's say, new order. Okay, that's it. Now here we will actually add all the column here at first. So the object is what? Order, and now I will mention all the column from this table. So let's go. Where is the table? Here you can see. Let me remove all of them. So here we have receiver address. So let's go add it, receiver address, and then what? Receiver phone. Let me say here equal to. So I will actually copy it, and let's go paste. We need 4 items, so 3 and 4. So the second one is what? Receiver phone. So I will go there and I will say receiver phone. And the third one is user ID. So I will say user ID. The next one is product ID. So I'm going to say product ID. Okay, guys. So we have user ID and product ID, right? Okay. Now we need what? Address. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say here request address, right? So let's go to the field. So here you can see the field name is receiver address. So I'm going to copy it. Let's go to the user controller and paste it. So these are same, right? RECEIVER, receiver, AWDRESS address. Yeah. And now let me copy this for this one also. And this is the receiver phone, maybe. Receiver phone. Let me copy it. Go there. Receiver phone. And now we need user ID, so we can actually know the, we can get the user ID from the currently authenticated user. So yeah, auth ID, logged in user, right? Auth ID. And then we have product ID, so we can actually get we can know the product ID from the product table. So in order to find the product ID, let me go to the browse, and here you can see if I go to the cart table, product cards. You can see we have here product ID, 2 different product ID, right, for the single user. So we'll actually search through the user ID, that how many product ID we have, and we will actually add them one by one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add here product ID. When we actually need to add product ID, okay, that time actually we will go with for each loop. Okay, and here we will actually find through a query that from where actually we want to find the product ID. And here let's say I want to get the product ID from the cart at first. So I'll say cart, I'll say dollar cart underscore product underscore id is equal to, I will say cart model, and I will say where. Okay, and here I'm going to say the product cart column name is product underscore id. If I go here, you can see product id, right? And then I will say product id comma, here I'm going to say, so I can actually know the know product information through the user id, right? Because my user id is same here, you can see, but I can have multiple products. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually find here user id. Okay, cart user id. So I will say cart underscore user underscore id is equal to where user, not really, I will say okay, where I will actually find it through user id. Okay, so I will say where user underscore id is equal to auth colon id. Okay, and that's it. And here I have to say get function. So this arrow sign, get function. Okay, now I will actually use here for each, because I can have multiple data, right, in the cart product id. I mean, I can have multiple product id because a user can order multiple product, right? So to add order, we have to actually go with the for each, because user can have multiple order. So at the same time, actually let's say user let's say 2, right? Here you can see user 2. So user 2 have multiple product 5 3, so order should be multiple. So this order will be added in the for each. Okay, I'm going to mention all of them inside for each. Let's go, guys, and here I'm going to say $cart product id as $cart product, let's say just $cart product. So I'm going to actually copy it, and I'm going to say now $cart product, this arrow sign, and here I'm going to add the column name, and that is product id underscore id. That's it. So we have the product id, we have the user id and everything, right? Okay, now so we have request receiver address, right? We can actually keep them outside of this, Okay, so we haven't any model name card, we have product card here, you can see. So let me copy it and change it here. All right, done. Now I should actually keep them outside of this receiver address, because for the first time we can have actually a request field, right? But for all the for each we don't have any request field every single time. So we have to actually keep the request field result here in a variable, so that variable can repeat with the value, right? Okay, so here I'm going to say dollar let's say address is equal to, I will say request receiver address. I'm going to cut it from here, I'm going to paste it here, and here I will say phone number, I'll say $phone is equal to request receiver phone. Cut it from here and paste it here. That's it. Now here we just only add the address and then phone number. Okay, guys, so now done, and now we'll actually save it. So I will say order save. And after that we will say return redirect back. I'll say back. We can actually show here success method, I mean not method, message. Let's say I want to go to the view product, and here actually I can add a session message. Let's say product, I mean ordered confirm. Okay, so here I'm going to add if else condition, and I'm going to copy the session message from the admin. So let's go to the resources, then views, then we have admin here, and then we will go for the any message, let's say this one. So I'm going to copy it, and let's go back to our design, and at the top here before the div, okay, we are going to not here really, I'm going to actually show it here, okay, with the div. And here I will go to the user controller, and from here actually we will send a success method message. So I will say with, here I'm going to say that confirm _ order. The message name is confirm order. I'll use here another message, and that is ordered, okay. So this is the session name variable. So here we'll go back to the blade.php, and here we are going to paste it. That's it. Now let's go back, let's go there, refresh. Now let's say I want to give your address, let's say USA, let's say phone number, let's say 89, okay, something like this, and confirm order. Okay, why let me check at first we have added it or not. So I'll go to the orders table. No, we haven't added, because here you can see I haven't used here CSRF token. So every single time we have to use CSRF token, okay, CSRF token. Let's go back and refresh here. I want to say USA, and then I want to say this number, confirm order, and here you can see order confirmed, right? Order confirmed, but order is confirmed, still we have here product in the product cart, right? So product should be removed from the product cart, right? Because you have already confirmed the order, so why you need item in the cart? So we'll actually remove it also. We'll go in the cart, and we'll say product cart, so this is the product cart, and we'll say : find or fail through user ID, okay. So I will say auth : ID, okay, and we'll get the information, and we'll actually delete all of them. So I will say cart delete function, okay. So we'll actually find through the user ID, because we have actually added through user ID, right, multiple product, so we can actually delete through user ID also, and then we'll actually return back. Now let's go and check if it is working. So refresh. Here you can see I have product in my cart, and I have nothing in the database. So let's go, and here I will add the information and confirm the order. So guys, the problem is with this one. Here you can see I'm getting the author ID, right? So I can have multiple ID in the table, right? Here you can see in the cart table, product cards, I can have multiple times ID. Here you can see user ID 22. So I have to delete every single product, right? So what I have to do, I have to actually remove every single product in the cart table. Here you can see they have different ID, right? So we have to actually run here for each loop. Why? Because I can have multiple product, right, in the cart table. So we have to remove every single product. So to do this, we have to actually say here for each. So I'm going to say for each. I'll cut it from here, and I'll go here, and I'll paste it here. But before that, I have to actually say $cart as $cart. So we have to actually remove it at first. Okay. Now here you can see this is the cart. Now we have actually fetch cart information through the author ID, right? So let's go. Here you can see we have author ID, user ID 2, right? So for the cart table we have a primary key, right? Here you can see ID. If I go to the structure, here you can see ID. So we have to actually delete through the primary key ID. So here you can see we have two different ID, 5 and 6. So we need to get get the user ID, right? Cart table ID, right, to remove the cart table information individually. So here in the for each loop, I have to say that let's say cart ID, okay, cart _ ID is equal to, I have to say here that $cart, then we have the column name is ID, right? And now we'll actually remove $cart _ ID, then delete function. So we have to find the individual ID, right? So what I have to do, I have to actually say here that from the product cart, okay, find or fail, okay, find or fail. And here we are going to say this one, cart ID. So this is the cart, and so we are going to actually find it. Okay, and after that we'll actually delete it. So this author ID is not primary key, right, for the product cart. If I go to the product cart, here you can see the author ID is not the primary key. It has also a primary key ID. So we have to actually go through the primary key. So what I have to do, I have to actually say here primary key, okay, ID, but I don't know the primary key here, that which ID actually I am searching for. So what I have to do, I have to actually say here where condition, and I have to say here where where, and now I will say where the column will be what we have, user ID, user underscore ID, and here I will say comma author ID. Now we'll get the cart information through the user ID, all the information, and then we'll actually run a for each loop. Why? Because we can have multiple products for the same user, and now cart, so we'll actually fetch all the result, and here you can see now we have to actually find the cart ID, individual cart ID, right, so that I can actually delete them one by one. So now here I will say find cart colon colon find or fail method, and here I have to mention the cart ID from the cart table, product cart table. Okay, so now it will work perfectly. Let's go back to the orders table. Here we have order, so I'm going to delete this. We have no order. Let's go back, refresh, and now confirm order. Why? Because if I go to the code editor, here you can see I have here where condition, but I haven't actually used here get function. So how can I get the result, right? Okay, now it will work. Let's go back, refresh. Let me check order table. So we have all the order. Let me remove all the order, delete, no order right now. I'm going to add order, confirm order. Okay, here you can see order confirm, and our table have no data, right? This is how actually we can add all the product, cart data from the cart data, and we are going to add them in the order table. Okay, so I hope you understand. Thank you so much for watching.